Hello, it's Pastor Smith, and we've got another devotion here today from the small catechism that we're going through. I've got the fourth petition right in the middle, and it's give us this day our daily bread. What does this mean? God certainly gives daily bread to everyone without our prayers, even to all evil people. But we pray in this petition that God would lead us to realize this and to receive our daily bread with thanksgiving. And this is what is meant by daily bread. And it lists off all these types of things, just basically all the basic needs of our body: food, drink, clothing, shoes, house, home, money, and then even health and good weather and peace and friends and all that. I obviously, these are things that we take for granted way too often. And I know there are some things, some things that we might use, like a gratitude journal or listing off things that we're thankful for. You can do that even more often than just on Thanksgiving Day, apparently. Practices that we might do in order to keep these things at the forefront of our mind. I remember when I was on a mission trip, when I was a vicar, and the mission trip was in Guatemala, and there were some Guatemalans, just local people that worked full time in this mission house, for the missionaries and everything. So we were getting to know them while we were there for the week, and they like to play this game. Like they would say, "What's your number today?" And then it was like, it wasn't just a scale of 1 to 10. It was like whatever scale you could throw out, whatever number you wanted to. Like you could say 1.7 million or something. But then they would say why. Tell me, like, why is that your number today? So you might say, 4. Maybe it was a pretty lousy day. But everybody had a different scale, I guess. And so I remember asking one of the Guatemalans their number, and they put like a very high number. And they actually listed off some things that didn't go very well that day. But then they listed off things like, but the sun is shining, and I had breakfast and lunch today, and I have enough clothing, to wear, and some of these basic things that we would not typically, like I would not typically factor in when telling you how my day is going, and it made me think, like, yeah, how could you even have like a very low number at all because of the daily bread, those basic needs that God provides, those blessings that God provides? We overlook those things sometimes. And so we have our daily bread. We can count on God to give us those things that we need in this life. And it just makes me think sometimes, why then are we selfish? Why then are we not generous? Why do we keep our fist closed instead of being more willing to give? And I think that gets to a lack of faith in God on our part. We pray, give us this day our daily bread, but then if we're not being generous, we must not really trust that God will continue to provide for us. God, I think one way to look at it too is, if God has given himself, his own son, his life, by dying on the cross to provide salvation for us, how much more, will he not also give us the basic things to get us through the days, the weeks, the months, the years of our earthly life? He's taking care of our eternity. I think we can count on him for the smaller things as well. So it becomes a faith issue. So we can trust in God for our salvation. We can also trust in God for the basic needs, our daily bread. So I guess, it does sound kind of cliche, but think today, talk to somebody else today, whether it's in your family or otherwise, about, what your number is today. What's and factor in all those blessings, the big ones and even the small ones that God gives to us. So give us today our daily bread, a reflection on the fourth petition. God's blessings on the rest of your day.